Hey, Tegan,
Hi, Ray.
do you want to hear about some cool, fun, weird tech?
I do, but you've said it in such an apprehensive way that I'm scared. But go
No,
on.
no, don't be scared. So I was perusing Kickstarter
Yeah,
as I
sure.
am wont to do
Always a great start.
to find myself some real bizarre stuff that people
hmm
want you to pay for.
Some real cooked areas. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. And
Oh no.
I found a keyboard with one key.
Sorry, what?
It's a keyboard with one key.
That is not how. How is it a board? If it is a single key, Ray, that is not a board. That's a button. That is a button. What are you talking about?
It is a button, but it is called Monokey, and it
Ah.
is a keyboard key. So you can switch out the switches, you can put keycaps on it, but it is a single
Hang on.
key.
Hang on. You're using a lot of plurals for what is your switches or caps. It is one key.
It is a
Single
single key.
mono.
It is a mono key. What you can do with this mono key, though, is pretty cool. I'm quite
Okay.
excited about this, and
All
I'm
right.
pretty convinced that I'm going to drop some cash on one.
Oh god.
So it's paired with Bluetooth, and you can program it to do whatever you want. So we're talking, all right, you hit a certain tab key all the time. You've got a certain button that you use while you're gaming all the time. You can have that sitting there, easier to access. Or even you've got a big long stringed password. You've created like a 50 character password that you can just program this key to do, and you press it once and there's your master password
Like with your
inputted.
LastPass or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Where you've got your password manager, and that's the only password you have to remember, but you want to make sure it's as secure as
Mm.
possible. You want to switch it up every week. You don't want to be forgetting it. That's your password key.
Okay,
I
like that is a
like
pretty
it.
good. I get that as someone
Yes.
who has ridiculous passwords that I don't want to remember. That's
Yes.
fair. But here's my question, right?
Yep.
So I guess firstly, like when you say program, are you talking
Mm.
like something that's pretty easy to do or something that you need like a programmer brain for? Because that's
Oh,
gonna
no,
be
no,
too
no.
much effort for me.
No, it's a really basic interface with it. It's really, really simple to use. That's You do not know how to code in order
No.
to program your
Okay.
key to do what you want. And the things that you can get it to do can be super simple as well. You can just use it as your clicker for a PowerPoint presentation, or you can use it for Morse code. You can
Oh,
use it to
okay. I love
communicate with
that.
Morse code. So there's all sorts of stuff that you can do. When I spoke to my son Seth about this, he was
hmm
instantly like, "Oh, can I map keys for gaming? Can I like cheat by
Ah.
having all of these extra keys available to me in places that are easier to reach?" And it got me thinking about having a whole collection of them, which would
So a
be really nice.
keyboard. You want a keyboard? You want to buy like I don't know how many keys are on a keyboard. Like so 1, 2,
No,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
no,
8, 9,
no.
10, 11, 11.
I'm
Like
not letting
I
you
don't know,
count
60
keyboard
or
keys.
70 individual one of these on Kickstarter to create your own keyboard.
No, just a couple. Just a couple.
Okay.
And like, yeah, put those little creative keycaps on it. Like, you know how you can make it personalized?
Oh,
So
like the little cats and things.
yeah, you get little
Okay.
cats or little sushi. I would get a little dog and have that sitting there, and I pat it on its head and it does a thing.
Oh, you might
You
have me on that because they're
know?
so cute, but like I don't want heaps of them for all of my keys because that's impractical, but maybe one or two. Oh, I could be mono key pilled for that.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can make it match your
yeah.
aesthetic of your office, whatever you're going for. You know, I've got some dark academia
Mhm.
vibes going on in mine a little bit. So, you know, you can lean into that.
Oh, this is exactly the sort of product. Having never seen it, only you describe it that someone with a proper desk or study aesthetic would have.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
you know, those fun little funky keycaps are fun on some keyboard keys, but you wouldn't want them on
Mm.
all your keyboard keys because you wouldn't be able to type, and like you'd probably wear down your fingertips. They'd be awful.
You know what that reminds me of, Ray? And look, I might talk about this on the podcast at some point, but I want to be sent one first. So I'm going to reveal it right
Good on you.
now.
Yep.
I saw a weird keyboard the other day that I want,
Oh,
which is like as ladies who both get our nails done.
Mm-hmm.
This intrigued me. So I believe it's called like the Tippy or the Tippity. I'm probably getting it wrong. I'll put the actual name in our show notes. But it's essentially a keyboard that's been designed for long fingernails.
Oh,
So
that's the best.
it's like sticking up from the keyboard.
I love this so much. And my sister, who's a nail tech, I want to get her to test this because she has the really long, like Nicki Minaj is her style hero.
Oh my
nails.
God,
Yeah,
yes.
they're fully blinged. They've got the gems on them. They've got all of the nail art. Like they're massive, massive nails. I want to stick this keyboard in front of her, even though she insists, and she probably won't listen to this, so I don't need to worry about it, that she can do absolutely everything with those nails and it doesn't impede her in any way, shape, or form. Me, on the other hand, as soon as I've got any length on them whatsoever, I'm completely useless.
I'm kind of the same. I looked it up. It's called the Tippy type. That's
Tippy
so
type. Oh, that's adorable. All right, I want to test that
name.
out. I want to test the Monokey out. It's got a few things going for it. So
yeah, look,
being
here's a question though with that. Like you were describing all of these different things. Like you could program it to do this, to do that.
Yes.
I could also just use a keyboard to do multiple things at once.
You could, but then you could have your standard keyboard and then just have these little buttons down the side, like
it
the
would
little
feel
extras.
Kind of cool. Like it would be like you've got like a turbo button in a car or something like that. Like that feels kind of cool. Unnecessary, but cool.
Yeah. Can I tip you over completely by letting you know that it does have USB-C charging? Which I know that you love. I love. Everything should be USB-C charging.
You know, I agree mostly, and I know that's going to surprise you that I say that, because I have not been subtle in my years in podcasting or as a tech reporter about my hatred of a little something called micro USB.
Micro USBs suck. They're awful. They're flimsy. They should be gone from everything. As soon as I open any kind of new tech to review or to look at or anything, if I see it's got a micro USB charger, I'm like, what is happening? Why are we here?
I mostly agree. Also, I would love to know who would be sending something out with micro now. Like, that is insanity.
You still get walkie-talkies and stuff that use them. Like, there's still a lot of kind of more old school tech that doesn't get upgraded very often.
Yeah,
but like where the technology is still pretty basic, like communicating over radio waves with a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I guess. And so the people who would buy them, including us, because we have bought walkie-talkies before, probably still have like their cable lying around. So why upgrade
100%.
it kind of thing? Yeah,
100%.
Fine. Besides hobbyist communities, I would say, why would anyone be releasing anything with micro? However, there's one exception, which unfortunately I will say that I've had to keep a micro USB around for, and that is my old Kindle.
See, that's good though. I fully agree with keeping cords around for existing tech. I think that we should all be keeping our tech until the end of its usable life, which admittedly is getting shorter and shorter and shorter because of planned obsolescence.
When we say that, we mean, depending on the tech, that you're still getting the relevant security updates. Do not keep it past then.
Yes, no. Yeah. I do have a MacBook that is well past its ability to update for any security reasons. So I've only got it because I like the stickers on it, and I just look at it wistfully every now and again, wishing I could still use it. Don't keep your tech past security upgrades, but for something like a Kindle, absolutely keep that thing until you drop it down a ravine on a hike or something. I don't know. I don't know how it'll die.
So that would probably be how I did take it on our overland trek. But that is to say, that is an older one. The newer ones absolutely have USB-C, because I bought my mum a new Kindle this year, which she loves. But that is definitely USB-C.
Oh, fantastic. I think one of the things that tips me into really wanting the Monokey, though, besides the name, which is great because it just says exactly what it is.
It's one key.
It's one key. It's a Monokey.
Is.
It's a single key. It's only like $35.
Okay, I was going to ask what the price was because, it is Kickstarter, $35. But then, you were talking about getting 2 of these.
Yeah, there's a bundle you can get.
Of course there is. I love it. It's like, this is the Monokey because you only need one key, mono, one. Jewel pack?
Yeah, it is a jewel pack, and it's $69, and I thought that was fun. So yeah, exactly.
I like that. Is that literally just $1 less than getting them singularly?
Correct.
Like
yes.
that's the deal, $1? Okay,
The deal is
amazing.
the deal is $1 less. Oh, they had
Okay.
an early pledge deal for $34, and now it's like $39
That's still
or
a
something.
okay, that's not a deal. That is barely a deal,
But there's a
alright,
launch
look,
day special for $29. The early bird's
oh, yeah.
34.
Okay, no, I'll give them that.
Yeah,
That's, and
yeah.
look, they're independent, I'm assuming, or making up in my head,
Yes.
manufacturers, so that they don't have the same kind of access to things that your big tech companies do. So I kind of
Exactly.
get it.
Right? And at the time of recording, they've still got like a month left on their Kickstarter, and they've met their goal.
Oh, cute. What were they trying to originally get to, and what have they ended up at the time of recording?
Hilariously, which tells me that they're either really well resourced themselves or are just operating this whole thing on a shoestring budget.
It's Microsoft.
or have no idea how to run a business and how much capital it requires.
Oh no.
They were only looking for $7,376, which is very specific.
Maybe they underestimated the interest in it as well.
I
Like
think
that's
so,
a
yeah.
possibility. Yeah.
It might have just been an interest gauging exercise, but yeah, they're well over 12 grand now, so they're definitely going to happen. And I'm going to get my little one and put my little dog on it and program it with my master password and just pat its head.
Okay, so here's my question then.
Yeah,
if you're going to do that, if you were to get the Monokey, and it sounds like, frankly, you are, what is like the one thing that you would want this for? Like, even better if it's like a weirder thing, like that you would use your Monokey for.
That would be good. Like, really, I'm quite a boring human, which is why I look for other fun things that other people have done to talk about. I would use it for my master password, as I have been very heavily promoting, just because I really love to be able to switch that up on a regular basis. And I don't want to be storing passwords in a browser, and I don't want to be writing them down on a piece of paper or anything like that. Having a key where I could press that would be good. It would also be fun if it could be used as some sort of trigger that connects with the rest of my smart home devices or speakers.
Oh, that's cute.
Like if I could just hit like a disco button.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I was thinking more just like you've been sitting at your desk too long and it's gotten dark, and so you press it and then all of like your automatic light, well, they wouldn't be automatic, your mono key lights would switch on or something like that.
Yeah, just press a button and it triggers a whole bunch of systems to pop some music on, make the lights flash all different colors, just generally wake me up and kind of celebrate. Or like a celebration button.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Although that reminds me a lot of working with sales teams where it's just like they make a really big sale at like 11 a.m. and there'd be a bell that would ring, or like that song. And then they actually would all do shots.
And then they'd throw a football at each other.
Yeah.
Over my desk.
We might have some things that we need to unpack offline.
I've got a therapy session next week. I'm good.
You know what I'm imagining someone using this thing for? And not me, not saying me.
Okay, you're not sold yet. I'm so surprised.
Oh, no, I think I could be in the right mood, but I'm imagining someone just pressing this and it's then launching like their Tor browser straight to the dark web or something.
Oh, that would actually, dark web button. That'd be good.
Oh, very bad.
Very bad. Yes, no, sorry, we're talking nefarious purposes because only bad things happen on the dark web.
Hey, freedom on the dark web is what we did. Only the good things. Yeah. Bring us on home. Wait, he is home. Oh.
Imagine modifying it with like a little skull keycap, and you press it, and it takes you to the dark depths of the internet.
Not even. You need to still keep the cutest imaginable keycap on there. It's like a little kitten, and you press it, and then you're like looking at underground arms dealing or something.
Fantastic. Yeah, just marketplaces for everything that's ever been banned.
Yeah.
Marketplaces for banned books.
Okay, that's my button. That's it. That's it now. Thank you, Ray.
Your banned book button. Done.
$35. Done.
Sold. I'd have a button that took me back to oldschoolrotten.com to remind me of why I'm broken mentally.
Or something awful or something like that. Let's age ourselves more.
No. Yeah, see, these places that used to exist on the internet that scarred us completely as teenagers absolutely still exist on the dark web. That's where you find them, folks.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to Weird Tech.